Day 28. Exodus 30-32. Exodus chapter 30. The altar of incense, money to be gathered for the use of the tabernacle, the brazen laver, the holy oil of unction, and the composition of the perfume. Thou shalt make also an altar to burn incense of sedim wood, an altar to burn incense. This burning of incense was an emblem of prayer, ascending to God from an inflamed head. CPS 140. 2 buck. 8 and 8. Or, it shall be a cubit in length, and another in breadth, that is, 4 square, and 2 in height. Horn shall go out of the same. And thou shalt overlay it with the purest gold, as well the grate thereof, as the walls round about, and the horns. And thou shalt make to it a crown of gold round about, and 2 golden rings into the crown on either side, that the balls may be put into them, and they ought to be carried. And thou shalt make the bars also of sedim wood, and shalt overlay them with gold. And thou shalt set the altar over against the veil that hangeth before the ark of the testimony, before the propitiatory wherewith the testimony is covered, where I will speak to thee. And Aaron shall burn sweet-smelling incense upon it in the morning. When he shall dress the lamps, he shall burn it, and when he shall place them in the evening, he shall burn an everlasting incense before the Lord throughout ye generations. He shall not offer upon it incense of another composition, no oblation and victim, neither shall ye offer oblations. And Aaron shall pray upon the horns thereof once a year, with the blood of that which was offered for sin, and shall make atonement upon it in your generations. It shall be most holy to the Lord. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, When thou shalt take the sum of the children of Israel, according to their number, every one of them shall give a price for their souls to the Lord, and there shall be no scourge among them when they shall be reckoned. And this shall every one give that passeth at the naming, half a sickle according to the standard of the temple. A sickle of 20 obols. Half a sickle shall be offered to the Lord. Half a sickle or shekel of silver, which was also called a stater, according to the standard or weight of the sanctuary, which was the most just and exact, was half an ounce of silver, that is, about half a crown of English money. The obol, or gerah, was about 3 halfpence. He that is counted in the number from 20 years and upwards shall give the price. The rich man shall not add to half a sickle, and the poor man shall diminish nothing. And the money received, which was contributed by the children of Israel, thou shalt deliver unto the uses of the tabernacle of the testimony, that it may be a memorial of them before the Lord, and he may be merciful to their souls. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Thou shalt make also a brazen laver with its foot to wash in, and thou shalt set it between the tabernacle of the testimony and the altar. And water being put into it, Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and feet in it, when they are going into the tabernacle of the testimony, and when they have come to the altar to offer on it incense to the Lord, lest perhaps they tell it. It shall be an everlasting law to him and to his seed by successions. And the Lord spake to Moses, saying, Take spices, principal and chosen myrrh 500 shekels, and of cinnamon half so much, that is 250 sickles, of calamus in like manner 250, and of cassia 500 sickles by the weight of the sanctuary, of oil of olives and mejien, and thou shalt make the holy oil of unction, and neighboring companions after oil of the perfume, and thou shalt make jermichael of the testament, and nike of the testament, and the table with the vessels thereof, the candlestick and furniture thereof, the altars of incense, and of holocaust, and all the furniture that belongeth to the service of them. And thou shalt sanctify all, and they shall be most holy. He that shall touch them shall be sanctified. Thou shalt anoint Aaron and his sons, and shalt sanctify them, that they may do the office of priesthood unto me. And thou shalt say to the children of Israel, This oil of unction shall be holy unto me throughout your generations. The flesh of man shall not be anointed therewith, and shall make none other of the same composition, because it is sanctified, and shall be holy unto thee. What man soever shall compound such, and shall give thereof to a stranger, he shall be cut off from his people. And the Lord said to Moses, Take unto thee spices, stacte and onycha, galbanum of sweet savour, and the clearest frankincense, all shall be of equal weight. And thou shalt make incense compounded by the work of the perfumer, well tempered together, and pure, and most worthy of sanctification. And when thou hast beaten all into very small powder, thou shalt set of it before the tabernacle of the testimony in a place where I will appear to thee. Most holy shall this incense be unto thee. Ye shall not make such a composition for your own uses, because it is holy to the Lord. What man soever shall make the like, to enjoy the smell thereof, he shall perish out of his people. Exodus chapter 31. Bezaleel and Uriah were appointed by the Lord to make the tabernacle, and the things belonging thereto. The observation of the Sabbath day is again commanded. And the Lord delivereth to Moses 2 tables written with the finger of God. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Behold, I have called by name Saliel the son of Uri, the son of Herod of the tribe of Judah, and I have filled him with the Spirit of God, with wisdom and understanding, and knowledge in all manner of work, to devise whatsoever may be artificially made of gold, and silver, and brass, with marble, and precious stones, and variety of work. And I have given him for his companion Joed, the son of Chisimach, of the tribe of Dan. And I have put wisdom in the heart of every skillful man, that they may make all things which I have commanded thee, the tabernacle of the covenant, and the ark of the testimony, and the propitiatory that is over it, and all the vessels of the tabernacle, and the table, and the vessels thereof, the most pure candlestick with the vessels thereof, and the altars of incense, and of holocaust, and all their vessels, the laver with its foot, the holy vestments in the ministry for William the priest, and for his sons, that they may execute their office about the sacred things, the oil of unction, and the incense of spices in the sanctuary, all things which I have commanded thee shall they make. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and thou shalt say to them, See that you keep my Sabbath, because it is a sign between me and your generations, that you may know that I am the Lord, who sanctify you. Keep my Sabbath, for it is holy unto you. He that shall profane it shall be put to death. He that shall do any work in it, his soul shall perish out of the midst of his people. 6 days shall you do work, and the 7th day is the Sabbath, the rest holy to the Lord. Every one that shall do any work on this day shall die. Let the children of Israel keep the Sabbath, and celebrate it in their generations. It is an everlasting covenant between me and the children of Israel, and a perpetual sign. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and in the 7th he ceased from work. And the Lord, when he had ended these words in Mount Sinai, gave to Moses 2 stone tables of testimony written with the finger of God. Exodus chapter 32. The people fall into idolatry. Moses prayeth for them. He breaketh the tables, destroyeth the idol, blameth Aaron, and caused many of the idolaters to be slain. And the people, seeing that Moses delayed to come down from the mount, gathering together against Aaron, said, Arise, make us gods, that may go before us. For us this Moses, the man that brought us out of the land of Egypt, we know not what has befallen him. And Aaron said to them, Take the golden earrings from the ears of your wives, and your sons and daughters, and bring them to me. And the people did what he had commanded, bringing the earrings Sarin. And when he had received them, he fashioned them by fowler's work, and made of them a molten calf. And they said, These are thy gods, O Israel, that have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw this, he built an altar before it, and made proclamation by a crier's voice, saying, Tomorrow is the solemnity of the Lord. And rising in the morning, they offered holocausts and peace victims, and the people sat down to eat and drink, and they rose up to play. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Go, get thee down, thy people, which thou hast brought out of the land of Egypt, hath sinned. They have quickly strayed from the way which thou didst show them, and they have made to themselves a molten calf, and have adored it, and sacrificing victims to it. How sad! These are thy gods, O Israel, thou that have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. And again the Lord said to Moses, I see that this people is stiff-necked. Let me alone, that my wrath may be kindled against them, and that I may destroy them, and I will make of thee a great nation. But Moses besought the Lord his God, saying, Why, O Lord, is thy indignation enkindled against thy people, whom thou hast brought out of the land of Egypt with great power, and with a mighty hand? Let not the Egyptians say, I beseech thee, he craftily brought them out, that he might kill them in the mountains, and destroy them from the earth. Let thy anger cease, and be appeased upon the wickedness of thy people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou sworest by thy own self, saying, I will multiply our seed as the stars of heaven, and this whole land that I have spoken of I will give to our seed, and ye shall possess it forever. And the Lord was appeased from doing the evil which he had spoken against his people. And Moses returned from the mount, carrying the 2 tables of the testimony in his hand, written on both sides, and made by the work of God. The writing also of God was graven in the tables. And Joshua, hearing the noise of the people shouting, said to Moses, The noise of God was heard in the camp. But he answered, It is not the cry of men encouraging to fight, nor the shout of men compelling to flee, but I hear the voice of singers. And when he came nigh to the camp, he saw the calf, and the dancers, and being very angry, he threw the tables out of his hand, and broke them at the foot of the mount. And laying hold of the calf which they had made, he burned it, and beat it to powder, which he strewed into water, and gave thereof to the children of Israel to drink. And he said to Aaron, What hath this people done to thee, that thou shouldst bring upon them a most heinous sin? And he answered him, What not my Lord be offended, for thou knowest this people, that they are prone to evil. They said to me, Make us gods that may go before us, for as to this Moses, who brought us forth out of the land of Egypt, we know not what has befallen him. And I said to them, Which of you hath any gold? And they took and brought it to me, and I cast it into the fire, and this calf came out. And when Moses saw that the people were naked for Aaron, that stripped him by occasion of the shame of the filth, and that set them naked among their enemies naked. Aaron lost not only their gold and their honor, but what was worst of all, being stripped out of the grace of gold, and having lost him, to the shame of the filth, that is, of the idol, which they had taken for their God. It is the usual phrase of the Scripture to call idols filth and abominations. Then standing in the gate of the camp, he said, If any man be on the Lord's side, let him join with me. And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him, and he said to them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Put every man his sword upon his thigh, go, and return from gate to gate through the midst of the camp, and let every man kill his brother, and friend, and neighbor. And the sons of Levi did according to the words of Moses, and there were slain that day about 23,000 men. And Moses said, You have consecrated your hands this day to the Lord, every man in his son and in his brother, that a blessing may be given to you. And when the next day was come, Moses spoke to the people, You have sinned a very great sin. I will go up to the Lord, if by any means I may be able to entreat him for your crime. And returning to the Lord, he said, I beseech thee, this people have sinned a heinous sin, and they have made to themselves gods of gold. Either forgive them this trespass, or if thou do not, strike me out of the book that thou hast written. And the Lord answered him, He that hath sinned against me, him will I strike out of my book. But go thou, and lead this people whither I have told thee. My angel shall go before thee. When I in the day of revenge will visit this sin also of theirs. The Lord there struck the people for the guilt on occasion of the calf which Aaron had made.